During the pandemic, many people have made significant lifestyle changes. They have switched careers, uprooted their lives, and moved to other states. With the recent racial tensions in the U.S., some are even exploring the possibility of moving to another country. As the Black travel movement continues to gain momentum, some Black travelers are not only visiting distant locations, but they are also relocating. So is moving to another country the answer? Rashad McCrorey, expat and owner of Africa Cross Culture, a company which organizes tours to various African countries, is with us today to discuss. Rashad, good afternoon and welcome to BNC.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Thank you. I'm happy to have you with us because, I don't know, I may be like you someday. So, Rashad, tell us about your experience.
Blessings to you if you are.
Yes. So tell us about your experiences and what led you to embark on the journey of traveling and ultimately moving to another country.
I've been groomed for this since childhood. My father, the great Henry McCrorey, has been teaching me about African spirituality and the great kings and queens of Africa since I was about 5 years old. As I continued to develop, I had a fascination for the Atlantic slave trade. In 2015, I made my first trip to Ghana. In 2020, with my group Africa Cross Culture, I just happened to be in Ghana when the pandemic first broke out in America. When my guests went back, I actually decided to stay in Ghana rather than return home to the United States, and I've been here 19 months now.
Wow. And what's it been like for you?
It's been an amazing experience. In America, we deal a lot with racial oppression, systematic oppression, whether it's redlining, environmental injustice, me being an asthmatic, education reform, the prison industrial complex. But what I appreciate most about being in Africa is that I just wake up every day and being a man. One of the pros and cons of being in Ghana is that in Ghana, there's a sense of classism. However, for a Black American like me, it's actually a pro because I am the one in the higher social class. I'm able to leverage my American dollar and my Western experiences to live a high quality life here. And sometimes we do have our issues out here, but I'd rather have these problems of classism, of living the life of a celebrity, some may say, rather than dealing with systematic oppression and injustice.
And I noticed one thing you said is that I can be a man here. And we know being a Black man in America, being a Black woman in America is difficult, right? So Stevie Wonder and Dave Chappelle recently spoke about relocating to Ghana in response to all of the social injustice in the U.S. The singer spoke about wanting a better life for his children and grandchildren where they are valued and respected. What did you think about what he said?
What he said was very powerful because it's true. Here in Ghana and throughout the 54 African countries, I've visited 9 over the last 6 years, there's a sense of nationalism. Ghanaians are proud to be Ghanaians. Kenyans are proud to be Kenyans. Ugandans are proud to be from Uganda. In America, us as Black Americans, me being a foundational Black American, both of my parents are from South Carolina, it's hard for us to have a sense of nationalism. In America, when you hear about nationalism, when we talk about former President Donald Trump, it's synonymous with racism. So being here in Ghana, it's a blessing because I'm not dealing with wondering, am I being marginalized? I go to when I'm in Harlem, I go to the corner store every day. They're the Yemenis. I go to the 99-cent store. They're owned by the Indians. I go to the supermarkets owned by Europeans. Here, I just see all Black everything, Black billboards, Black newscasters, Black movie stars, credits, all African names. And it just shows me what the empowerment of Black people can have when we leverage our economic power and also have the freedom to not be fighting against systematic oppression and racism.
Do you think that's why other Black Americans are exploring other opportunities in other countries?
Yes, definitely. Again, when you finally start visiting many of these African countries, you really see the effects of systematic oppression and racism. You start to realize that first you're welcome because you have your Black skin. Then you have favor because for many of us, we come here with our finances relatively in order. Even a middle class income, if you find a way to have your finances from America and transfer over, whether it's starting an online business, whether it's being a digital nomad. Once you're here in Africa, you automatically move up a social class. I say that a single person if they find a way to have at least $2,000 a month in income, can live the life of somebody making well into the six figures here in America. So once you have that freedom and you have favor and you have classism that actually benefits you, rather than having racism and oppression actually pushing against you, you actually realize that you've been living a life and fighting a war, you know, I don't want to say chained to shackle, but you actually have, you know, weights on you that are now liberated.
Wow. Well, Rashad, you definitely tackled the pros and cons of being able to be a Black expat and laid it out for our viewers. We appreciate your time today, and I'm grateful to see you able to prosper and be successful at where you are.
Yeah. It's been a blessing.
Yes.
I always tell people, you know, take the opportunity, take the chance. You may not be happy where you are now, but there's other places, whether it's a different state or a different country, where you can really thrive.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much, Rashad. We appreciate your time.
Have you ever dreamed of visiting Africa? Start with Ghana. Visit our website, www.ghcrossculture.com, for more information.
All Black everything, Black billboards, Black newscasters, Black movie stars, credits, all African names. And it just shows me what the empowerment of Black people can have when we leverage our economic power and also have the freedom to not be fighting against systematic oppression and racism.
Do you think that's why other Black Americans are exploring other opportunities in other countries?
Yes, definitely. Again, when you finally start visiting many of these African countries, you really see the effects of systematic oppression and racism. You start to realize that first you're welcome because you have your Black skin. Then you have favor because for many of us, we come here with our finances relatively in order. Even a middle class income, if you find a way to have your finances from America and transfer over, whether it's starting an online business, whether it's being a digital nomad. Once you're here in Africa, you automatically move up a social class. I say that a single person, if they find a way to have at least $2,000 a month in income, can live the life of somebody making well into the six figures here in America. So once you have that freedom and you have favor and you have classism that actually benefits you, rather than having racism and oppression actually pushing against you, you actually realize that you've been living a life and fighting a war, you know, I don't want to say chained to shackle, but you actually have, you know, weights on you that are now liberated.
Wow. Well, Rashad, you definitely tackled the pros and cons of being able to be a Black expat.